Welcome friends, Rachel from Rock and K here. So today I'm going to make a spider plant window bank box like the one you see behind me. So we'll get to that in just a moment. So many of you know that spider plants like this one are pretty resilient. This one just got trimmed down and it's already throwing a baby. So I trim them back and I save the babies, put them in a thing of water to start the roots, and then today I'm going to transplant it into this small window box. So my goal is to get this to match what it looks like on the stairwell, but it will be for one of the windows here in the party room. So I am going to use the Grow fertilizer stuff that my friend gave me. This is the big bucket of it. This stuff is granules that are much bigger than the last stuff. The last stuff was very fine like sugar or salt, and this is more crystallized, but you'll see that. So we're going to dissolve it. I'm not going to put this one directly in the soil. I am going to puff them up with water and then put them under the substrate. So the first thing we will do is we will dissolve half a teaspoon of this stuff into this little bitty thing of water, and then I will put it approximately 2 inches below the surface. That way the roots of the plants have to work down to get to it. So that's what I am going to do, and I'm going to get it set up here on the tripod and get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is dissolve these crystals in the water. Actually, I guess we are hydrating the crystals in the water. So as you can see, these ones look a little different than the other stuff. This is more coarse salt texture. This is supposed to be all I will need for the size of a container that I'm planting in. So we will just drop it in the water and let it do its thing. I'm going to set that to the side, let it dissolve. I'm going to take my planter and I'm going to remove at least 2 inches of this dirt to put the crystals when they've expanded underneath, and then I'll put the soil back in, and then I will transplant the plants into the pot. I use a compost mixture of soil, so that's why you see little branches and sticks and whatnot. It has for me, it just is a better product for starter plants. I use it in my garden as well. We'll trench it up a little bit. I try not to put the plants to the very edge of the pot so that it gives them room to grow outward, because they will take off in a very short amount of time. Let's check on our crystals. They're doing their thing. They're starting to grow. With these, you have to be careful. If you put them too close to the topsoil, to the top of the topsoil, as they expand, they will actually push the soil out. So it's better to let them fully expand in the water before you put them into your pot. And we'll be back as soon as these have puffed up. Okay, folks, so it's been a few minutes. I don't know if you'll be able to see this because they're kind of clear, but this is what the beads look like after they've swelled up the water. They drank it all up. These aren't fully activated, so they will swell up more as I water the plant. But now we're going to put this in this bottom trench, just layer it along the bottom. Like I was saying, this is 100% bio-environmentally friendly. It can be consumed. It has a safety data sheet with it, but virtually every category it says not applicable, not applicable. It can be, if you do ingest it, it tells you to just drink water. You will eventually pass it, just like you swallowed a quarter or something like that. So we're going to cover in over the top of the beads. And now I'm going to lay my plants where I want them and add the soil. I've had these germinating for their roots for, I guess about a week. So they've done quite nicely. You can see they have very good root systems coming on. That's pretty good. But these bigger ones did really well. Nice root system. So I'm going to put the biggest in the middle and the smaller ones to the outside. It'll just be more aesthetically pleasing. Now I'll just fill the dirt in. Spider plants are a really hardy plant. They don't really complain no matter where you put them. They will pretty much thrive anywhere, which is why I'm going to use them here in our party room, because these windows don't get a direct sunlight source. And the spider plants don't really care. The ones I have on my stairwell window, the glass behind it are those old 1960s block glass cubes. I don't know what they're called. And there's not a lot of sunlight on that side of the house. And they've done wonderful. They took over. They adapted much more quickly than I thought they would. And they've just gone crazy. I feel pretty much anybody, regardless of what kind of a green thumb they have, can grow spider plants successfully. The other thing about spider plants is they're not poisonous to your cats. And anybody that owns a cat knows that's important because cats think they're grass, so they want to eat them. My last Maine Coon, I had a huge spider plant, and I had moved it from its spot to clean the windowsill that it was on and forgot to put it back in that windowsill and left it on the table. And when I came back, he had given it a buzz cut. So it went from having a beautiful full head of hair to having a very, very short, high and tight haircut. But they're resilient, and within 6 months, it was back to looking like a spider plant instead of a plant that decided to join the military. Okay, there we go. So like I said, with this product that I have, I haven't really used it a lot. I have tried it in a cactus, and the cactus is doing very, very well. So I want to start using it in other things. You can use it in your vegetable garden. You can use it in your house plants. They developed the product for arid countries in Africa to help them grow sustainable corn crops, because the granules in this particular product will pull all available moisture out of the soil, so it doesn't necessarily need to rain. And it has been very, very beneficial. They've done studies where one field was cultivated with the bee grow, and the field right next to it was not. And the field that was propagated with the bee grow had 70% more produce than the field that did not have it. It was also about 5 feet taller than the cornfield next to it. So today is December 1st. We will remember that, and we will check in and follow the progress to see if this product works as the way it is advertised. I want to thank you for joining me today, and we'll talk to you later. Remember, like and subscribe.